Welcome back to NYSE TV Live, everyone. I'm Kristen Scholler here in studio at the Stock Exchange. One of the biggest financial storylines entering this year has been the meteoric rise of Bitcoin. In the weeks following the 2024 presidential election, the price of the most valuable cryptocurrency jumped from below $70,000 a token to above $108,000 a token at its peak. Now, this is especially noteworthy as Bitcoin started 2024 below $45,000 a token, and the price of Bitcoin hadn't topped $68,000 a token since a previous surge in late 2021. So what's in store for the cryptocurrency this year? Juan, senior investment strategist for Bitwise Asset Management, joins me now. Juan, it's great to have you on the show. Happy New Year to you. And what can our viewers anticipate from Bitcoin in the new year?
Good morning, Kristen, and Happy New Year to you as well. It's great to be here with you. Well, as you just mentioned, 2024 was a monumental year for crypto. We saw Bitcoin hit an all-time high of 108,000 post-election. Spot Bitcoin ETFs, which launched, saw the most successful ETF launch of all time, with the most assets gathered, over 35 billion. And crypto politicians won big in Washington. Even with all of that, at Bitwise, we believe 2025 will usher in the golden age of crypto. We think this year, Bitcoin will soar to even further all-time highs and end the year past 200,000.
So that is so interesting to hear, Juan, because we do see consensus correlating around that thesis that you have here. Obviously, as an expert in this space, what is going to take Bitcoin to 200,000, a doubling, a more than double of where it stands now?
Yeah, well, we see great momentum in this space. Even the record inflows that we saw last year, we think are going to be bigger this year. What we've seen in past ETF launches, for example, the gold ETF, is that years 2, 3, and 4 saw more inflows consecutively each year. So we believe with the momentum we're seeing from institutional investors, from governments beginning to buy Bitcoin, from corporations being starting to allocate some of their corporate treasury to Bitcoin, we see those inflows continuing to catapult forward and taking Bitcoin to the new all-time highs that we expect this yeyear. Mm-hmm. We also see investors, professional investors, which were allocating at a size of 1%. We're seeing them now increase their allocations to 2 to 3% of their portfolios. So we're seeing 3% become the new 1% for professional investor allocations to crypto. And we think all of that builds the momentum to go to new all-time highs.
What are the ins and outs of this market? Items like the halving that impacts the supply that's out there, as well as promises for a potential strategic reserve, mean to our viewers?
Absolutely. So Bitcoin is a commodity based on supply and demand, as we were just talking about. The demand is expanding at a rapid pace. The supply is capped at 21 million, and the new issuance of Bitcoin every 4 years gets cut in half. That last halving happened last year, and so new Bitcoin coming to the market is slowing down, and with the rise in demand, then that leads to higher prices over time.
Mm-hmm. What's in the pipeline? Obviously, we talk so much about the cryptocurrency, Juan, but we know it does span other elements and asset classes as well, specific companies that have their own vested interests in cryptocurrency, ones that might benefit this year and ones that perhaps could even tap the capital markets.
Absolutely. We're very excited about the prospects for Coinbase this year. We think it can surpass Charles Schwab as the biggest brokerage in the world. Currently, Coinbase trades at a market cap of 62 billion. Charles Schwab, 135 billion. We think Coinbase has the potential to triple over this coming year based on the growth in stablecoins and the revenue it's earning from that, based on its what's called Base, its layer 2 network that is now the fastest growing layer 2. All of that means incremental revenue. So we think Coinbase can soar to past $700 this year and become the most valuable brokerage in the world. Mm-hmm. Additionally, exciting for the capital markets is we think 2025 is going to be the year of the crypto IPO. There's many private companies in the pipeline that are getting ready to go public. One of them, which I believe may go public at the New York Stock Exchange, which would be very exciting, is Circle, which is the second largest issuer of stablecoins, which I mentioned are a area of fast growth. And we believe with the pro-crypto administration and SEC coming in, we will see legislative clarity that will allow things like stablecoins to flourish.
And in terms of what this means specifically for some of these meme coins, I know people following along at home probably are very familiar with the meme coin mania. Juan, weigh in on that quickly.
Absolutely. Meme coin mania has taken off, and we think it's going to go even bigger this year, especially with what are AI agents launching tokens. So we've seen protocols like the Virtuals protocol that over the last month has launched more than 11,000 AI agents that are now transacting autonomously on the internet. And that is creating a lot of economic activity that will grow exponentially with the rise of these AI agents being able to act autonomously and create economic activity on the internet.
Juan Leon, Senior Investment Strategist for Bitwise Asset Management. Juan, thank you so much for joining us on our first show of the new year.
Kristen, it was a pleasure. Have a great year.
You too.